Doctors and pharmaceutical companies say they are necessary, and you can end up making a pretty penny off of them. When budgets are tight, people are now turning to clinical research trials to receive treatment and help advance certain drugs. Fox 7's Keri Bellacosa investigated, and she joins us to explain why researchers, they say they're not turning humans into guinea pigs.
Yeah, that's what the researchers say. Now, remember, the FDA couldn't approve prescription drugs or put them on the market if it wasn't for those volunteers who decided to try those treatments out first. Well, many clinical research trials are conducted here in Austin. Well, you may be asking why. A local clinic says Austin does have a diverse population, including a large student population coming from UT. Plus, Austin is already a science and technology hub, which makes it an ideal place to test drugs.
You've probably seen the ads while driving down the highway, maybe in your local newspaper.
I kind of found a couple different ways. I saw something on TV, I think.
It was the Future Search Trials website that convinced Ben he could be a good candidate for an attention deficit disorder study.
You know, I don't run with my family. I just started school, you know, just getting out of, the military, I was like, having a hard time getting back to school, this might help.
So he signed up for a 10-week clinical trial for a treatment drug for ADHD.
After being in a private practice for 8 years and seeing that there were limitations to some of the treatments we had for people, I was attracted to research.
Dr. Donald Garcia is the principal investigator for Future Search Trials. He's played a role in the approval of several psychological drugs currently on the market.
This is not something that's done haphazardly, or it's done like on guinea pigs, or where people are forced to do something. There's a whole lot of thinking involved in the development of this research.
In clinical research, there are 4 phases of studies. Phase 1 is mainly examining how healthy people react to the drug. It's the first phase of testing when a drug comes out of a lab and is considered the most risky. Phase 1 studies may also require overnight visits. Phases 2 through 4 focus on treating a certain ailment. For example, if a depression drug is being tested, researchers are looking for those experiencing symptoms of depression. These studies last several weeks and usually require weekly office visits.
If it helps you and they tell you that it's risk-free, you can give it a try, and they're paying you, yeah, why not?
I don't know, I wouldn't give up my body for something like that.
He put himself through school by doing research once every 3 months or something. You can get $3 or $4 grand doing it.
But when this student was asked if she'd sign up for clinical research,
the side effects can be kind of bad, I heard.
We definitely recognize that those are questions, and we want to have those fully answered before anybody ever participates in a trial.
Benchmark Research is another clinic in Austin that regularly conducts trials. The company compensates their participants between $100 and $2,000.
Depending on what kind of drug it is, how many visits are involved, if there's a blood draw.
But compensation has become controversial. We're told clinical trials are overseen by ethics commissions, and the FDA sets the compensation rate.
People that would normally present to their doctor with problems, complaints of depression or anxiety or whatever the study may be, we're really not looking for people that are primarily interested in the money.
Back to Ben and his participation in a clinical trial. Not only did he get paid, the study actually helped pinpoint his disorder and treat it.
It feels good because I know in the long run it's going to help other people along with myself eventually. So, it's kind of one of those things, well, I'll be the first one to take, to get in that test drive of that car.
So are you interested in participating or finding out more about these clinical trials? We mentioned you can find those ads on billboards and in newspapers, but clinics tell us Craigslist has been a successful way to reach out to participants. By the way, Benchmark Research is recruiting volunteers right now for a flu vaccine study. Now, you must be over 50 and haven't had a flu shot yet this season.